Share free latest Microsoft SC-400 practice exam for Microsoft Information Protection Administrator exam. 1. You need to recommend a solution to configuration the Microsoft 365 records management settings by using the CSV file must meet the compliance requirements. What should you recommend? A. From the Microsoft 365 Compliance Center, import the CSV file to a file plan. B. Use edm-upload-agent.x to upload a hash of the CSV to a data store. C. Use a PowerShell command that pipes the import CSV CMD let to the new retention policy CMD let. D. Use a PowerShell command that pipes the import CSV CMD let to the new label CMD let. Answer: A. 2. You have a Microsoft 365 tenant that uses records management. You use a retention label to mark legal files stored in a Microsoft SharePoint Online document library as regulatory records. What can you do to the legal files? A. Remove the retention label of the files. B. Edit the properties of the files. C. Move the files to a different folder within the document library. D. Delete the content from the files. Answer: C. 3. You have a Microsoft 365 tenant. You discover that email does not use Microsoft Office 365 message encryption, OME. You need to ensure that OME can be applied to email. What should you do first? A. Enable Microsoft Defender for Office 365. B. Activate Azure Information Protection. C. Activate Azure Rights Management, Azure RMS. D. Create an Azure Key Vault. Answer: C. 4. You have a Microsoft 365 subscription that uses Microsoft Exchange Online. You need to receive an alert if a user emails sensitive documents to specific external domains. What should you create? A. A data loss prevention (DLP) policy that uses the privacy category. B. A Microsoft Cloud App Security Activity Policy. C. A Microsoft Cloud App Security File Policy. D. A Data Loss Prevention (DLP) Alert Filter. Answer: A. 5. You need to recommend a solution that meets the data loss prevention requirements for the HR department. Which 3 actions should you perform? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note: each correct selection is worth 1 point. Choose 3. A. Schedule edm-upload-agent.x to hash and upload a data file that contains employee information. B. Create a sensitive info type rule package that contains the EDM classification. C. Define the sensitive information database schema in the XML format. D. Create a sensitive info type rule package that contains regular expressions. E. Define the sensitive information database schema in the CSV format. Answer: A, B, C. 6. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription that contains multiple data loss prevention (DLP) policies. You need to identify which DLP rules include conditions that can trigger the DLP policies. Which report should you use from the Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal? A. DLP policy matches. B. False positives and overrides. C. DLP incidents. D. Third-party DLP policy matches. Answer: A. 7. You need to provide a user with the ability to view data loss prevention (DLP) alerts in the Microsoft 365 Compliance Center. The solution must use the principle of least privilege. Which role should you assign to the use? A. Compliance Data Administrator. B. Security Operator. C. Security Reader. D. Compliance Administrator. Answer: C. 8. You need to be alerted when users share sensitive documents from Microsoft OneDrive to any users outside your company. What should you do? A. From the Microsoft 365 Compliance Center, create a data loss prevention (DLP) policy. B. From the Azure portal, create an Azure Active Directory Azure AL identity protection policy. C. From the Microsoft 36H Compliance Center, create an insider risk policy. D. From the Microsoft 365 Compliance Center, start a data investigation. Answer: A. 9. You have a Microsoft 365 tenant. All Microsoft OneDrive for Business content is retained row 5 years. A user named User1 left your company a year ago, after which the account of User1 was deleted from Azure Active Directory Azure AD. You need to recover an important file that was stored in the OneDrive of User1. What should you use? A. The Restore SPO Deleted Site PowerShell CMD let. B. The OneDrive Recycle Bin. C. The Restore AD Object PowerShell CMD let. D. Deleted users in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Answer: B. 10. You plan to implement sensitivity labels for Microsoft Teams. You need to ensure that you can view and apply sensitivity labels to new Microsoft Teams sites. What should you do first? A. Run the set Passcert CMD let. B. Configure the Enable MTP Labels Azure Active Directory Azure AD setting. C. Create a new sensitivity label scoped to groups and sites. D. Run the Execute Azure Add Label Sync CMD TET. Answer: C.